What's up, everybody? Welcome to Transition Tuesdays. For this Tuesday, February 6, 2024, I am your host, Russ Williams. I'm so glad you could be here, ladies and gentlemen, Transition Army. I'm so glad you could be here. I'm quite aware, ladies and gentlemen, Transition Army, that you could have been anywhere in this world today. I know you could have been anywhere in this world today, but you decided to be here with me. And I appreciate that. And more importantly, I appreciate you. So welcome to Transition Tuesdays, my friends. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We got a great show and plan for you in store here for you today. But before I start the show, I always like to state my intentions. And my intention is to give you the opportunity to laugh, smile, think, and engage in honest conversations about your life's transitions. That's what we do here on Transition Tuesdays. That is what we do here, my good friends, Transition Army. Hey guys, and I know you guys are looking at my swag here, my 365 swag, and shout out to my guy, Mr. Charles Minlin, a St. John's University icon, who has this apparel, and it's at 365sensation.com. You can get this swag, you can get this drip like I got it. So shout out to you, Charles, on that, man. I had to rock the gear, man. I appreciate it too. I appreciate it, man. It's so comfy too. I appreciate it. Make sure you guys go there. Make sure you go to 365sensation.com, okay? After the show, obviously, all right? After the show. So let's get after it, guys. Killer Mike got arrested during last Sunday's Grammy Awards. Did you guys hear about this? Did you hear about this situation? Let me just start by reading. So it says, rapper and social activist Killer Mike was arrested last Sunday evening near the site of the 66th Annual Grammy Awards in Los Angeles. It was on the same night he took home 3 Grammys. 3 Grammys. So the artist whose legal name is Michael Render was booked on a misdemeanor battery charge according to the Los Angeles Police Department. The department said Killer Mike was detained in handcuffs for a physical altercation that took place in the 700 block of Chick Hearn Court, which is adjacent to the Crypto.com arena where the Grammys were held Sunday. I know he was trying, I saw on TMZ, he was trying to get out of the rain, so he was trying to get out of there, and one of the security guards stopped him, and I think he kind of got kind of physical with that particular security guard. Let me see, before I continue, I want to see if anybody's checking in. And we do have check-ins. On the check-in, we got Felicia checking in from The Rock. What's going on, Felicia? Welcome to Transition Tuesdays. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We got the sister cuz on the check-in. We got Gina on the check-in. What's going on, sister cuz? Welcome, welcome. And we got my guy from the Pick and Pop podcast, ESPN's own Uncle Smoothie is on the check-in. What's going on, guys? Welcome to Transition Tuesdays, my friends. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So let's continue. So the 45-year-old Killer Mike was released before the Grammys ended. So think about this. Misdemeanor charge, he was released before the Grammys ended. And he got in there in time to do some things. So Killer Mike is one half of the legendary duo Rome the Jewels. If you guys don't know out there, if you're not too familiar with Killer Mike, but Killer Mike that day, like I mentioned, he won 3 Grammys. 3 Grammys, which included Best Rap Album for the album Michael, which I recommend. I have that download. I recommend you get this. It's a great album. And he also won for Best Rap Performance and Best Rap Song for the single Scientists and Engineers that featured Andre 3000 and Future. So he was quoted as saying this: for all the people out there who think that it's too old to rap, bullshit. Okay, this is a quote from Killer Mike. I don't give a damn if you're 78 years old rapping about how many gals you got in the nursing home. Make sure we keep hip hop alive. Okay? And then also he was interviewed afterwards, and he talked about the incident, and he talked about, he was quoted saying, well, guys, we hit a speed bump, and then we got back to the party, man. So, this was a guy, Killer Mike, who was, heavily involved in the community. Maybe punk people were saying it might have been a conspiracy theory, because he has opinions about politics. I know he was a little critical on Biden, what have you. But again, he made his speech, and his speech was not it's part of the pre-Grammy show and not the actual show. So we couldn't even see his speech or hear his speech at all. But again, the man won 3 Grammys, man. And, shout out to Killer Mike. Killer Mike is one of my favorite rappers. Again, he's enthralled in his community, and just black people as a whole, too. So, shout out to Killer Mike. Shout out to Killer Mike. Let's move on, too, because I'm on some kind of time restraints as well. So let's move on. Let's keep circling about it. If you guys saw the Grammys, tell me what you think on it as well and about Killer Mike, right? So, speaking of the Grammys, we have my guy, Jay-Z. He set the Grammys straight. Okay, he set the Grammys straight. How did he do that? Here's what he did. So Jay-Z's used to use this speech at the Grammy Awards to get some things off his chest, right? While accepting the Dr. Dre Global Impact Award with his 12-year-old daughter Blue Ivy by his side, Jay-Z noted that the industry has come a long way since Will Smith and DJ Jazzy Jeff boycotted the Grammys in 1989 over the rap awards not being televised. Now, the rapper and entrepreneur said that he too boycotted attending the Grammys in 1998 over DMX not getting nominated despite having 2 successful albums that year. Just think about that. DMX had 2 albums and they weren't even nominated. So Jay-Z decided to boycott during that time. So Jay-Z went on to quote saying, "I'm just saying, we love y'all. We love y'all." Talking about the Grammy committee, the Grammys. "We love y'all, but y'all need to get it right. Okay? At least get it close to right." So Jay-Z also went on and he talked about how he brought in his wife Beyonce in the conversation. And here's how this went, if you guys haven't seen or heard about it. He went on to say, "I don't want to embarrass this young lady," meaning his wife, Beyonce, "but she has more Grammys than anyone in that place, and never won Album of the Year." Now, he also went on to say, "Even by your own metrics, that does not work." Think about it. Most Grammys never won Album of the Year. That doesn't work. So the Recording Academy, the group behind the Grammys, has also faced criticism for failing to equally recognize women and artists of color. Okay, they're notorious for that. Okay, along with alienating rap and hip hop performers in key categories over the years. So this group has been working to implement changes to address that since 2020. So Jay-Z addressed that in his speech, right? So during the speech, Jay-Z quipped, he says, "Some of you are going to go home tonight and feel like you've been robbed." Then he says, "Some of you may get robbed." And I think that was a double entendre. Because here's how that goes is, especially in LA, a lot of celebrities are getting robbed out there. So maybe a little double entendre, that's a little rap term, right? And he says, "Some of you don't belong in the same category." Wow. So as the audience laughed, Jay-Z went on to say, "When I get nervous, I tell the truth." And boy, was he telling the truth. And here's the quote that I want to leave you guys with, which was phenomenal, what Jay-Z said. He says, "Outside of that, we have to keep showing up." Okay? Just keep showing up, he added. You got to keep showing up until they give you all those accolades you feel you deserve. You got to keep showing up when they call you, until they call you chairman, until they call you genius, and until they call you the greatest of all time. So Jay-Z, I salute you, my brother, from Brooklyn, a New Yorker, for showing up every time. This guy showed up every time, and he showing up for his wife, always there for his wife and everything like that. So salute to Jay-Z, man. He had to get that off his chest, and let's hope the Academy was listening. Let's hope the Academy was listening on that. Let's see what we got here. I see people are chiming in. Let's get back to the conversation. We also got Dolores on the check. What's going on, Didi? Welcome to Transition Tuesdays. Welcome, welcome, welcome. It was great talking to you today, too, Didi. So, Gina says, let me see. Before we get to Gina's comment, Felicia says, checking in from the Rock. She says, honey, where's your ring? Like we need to see your handsome face. Hey, I appreciate it, sweetie. I know we're down with that one. But again, with this white backdrop, sometimes it's hard to get the color. But again, we're working on it. We'll work on that. Now, Gina says, while Taylor won Album of the Year 4 times. Wow, I didn't know that, Gina. Go back to at least 1970s and look at the Albums of the Year winners. And look who beat who. Some of these folks was nominated for the same year and canceled themselves out. One year, MJ, Prince, and Whitney Houston were nominated in the same year. Just goes to show how heavy the competition was. Wow. Gina goes on to say, Stevie won it 3 times, by the way, 3 times in 4 years in the 70s. People just talk, just to talk. Wow. I hear you, Sister Cuz. I hear you. Man, I tell you. But, hey, man, Jay-Z said his piece. He said what he said, and we gotta stick by that and stand by that as well. Now, I just want to transition to this because, as you guys know, something always goes down during Transition Tuesdays every single time. So breaking news, really quick. Breaking news: number 45, that's the former president of the United States, does not have presidential immunity in the January 6th case. Okay, that's important. That will loom important. Okay, now. I know number 45 is scheduled to appeal this case, and if number 45 is successful with this appeal, the criminal trial will not resume, until after the High Court decides what to do with this request for a trial pause. Okay, so stay tuned. I just wanted to bring that to you. Stay tuned because that's going to be something we're going to be looking at in future shows about that, but I just wanted to give you guys that breaking news on that because it involves us in the utmost, especially those who vote, and I know everybody on his line votes, so that's why I wanted to bring that to you, okay? So ladies and gentlemen, Transition Army, if we were able to make you laugh, smile, and think during this broadcast, my good friends, you have accomplished something major today. So celebrate your victory. Celebrate your victory. Please do that. All right? Make sure you do that for me, okay? Celebrate that victory, be it big or small. Okay, it's so monumental that you celebrate your victory. Celebrate your victories. I like the small victories. They add up to big victories too. So just continue to celebrate those as I play my theme music. See what we got here. Hey, 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 hey. I'm just getting excited. So, ladies and gentlemen, Transition Army, I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for you joining us here on Transition Tuesdays each and every Tuesday. I appreciate it. Okay? You can see this show and our past shows on our YouTube channel, okay, which is called Transition Tuesday. So when you go on there, please make sure you like and subscribe, okay? Make sure you do that. If you haven't been following me, you can always follow me on Instagram at Russ Will Transitions. That's Russ Will Transitions with an S. If you follow me, I'm a man of my word. I will follow you back. You got my guarantee to that, okay? Also, speaking of guarantees, we have our corporate sponsor. I want to shout out Sweet Candy Cafe, located in downtown Lumberton, North Carolina, home of Southern Sweetness. So after the show, again, we got homework assignments after the show. Please make sure you go to sweetcandycafe.com to order your confectionery goodies, okay? Make sure you do that. Make sure you represent my guy, Mr. Charles Midland, 365sensation.com. Go get you the swag that I got on. You can drip like I'm dripping, okay? You got the opportunity. Shout out to you, Charles. I appreciate the gear, man. Thank you so much. So, ladies and gentlemen, Transition Army, as we say in parting, happy transitioning, and we'll speak to you soon. Take care, everybody. God bless, and enjoy the Super Bowl.